Guys, this is Miss Smith. We're going to be talking about unit rates today. Oops, let me get a pen ready. Here we go. Okay, unit rate. Okay, before let's start, let's break down the word uni. Okay, can anyone tell me what U-I-N means? Okay, what does that mean? Now, uni, please pause and think about it. What does uni mean? Okay? Alright, here we go. Some words that I can think of, and maybe you had looked on this on your notes, some words that I can think of. What about unicorn? Okay? Unicorn means they have how many horns? One horn. Okay? So when I think about uni, I think about one. Okay? So what's another word? Okay? What has one wheel? Alright? Unicycle. Okay? Which, if you've ever seen a unicycle, you know that it has how many wheels? One wheel. Okay? What means one of a kind? Can you think about it? Unique. Clearly, each one of you are unique. Ooh, I'm spelling this wrong. Are unique in your own way. Okay? Unique means one of a kind. Okay? This one kind of makes me laugh. You have one eyebrow. What do you think that one is? Okay? Very good. Unibrow. Okay? If you have one eyebrow, that means that your eyebrows go together, so you have one. Okay? Unibrow. Now, what about something that means we all come together? All right, we're the United States of America. United means that we're one. We come as one. Okay. So to get you thinking about unit rate, unit means one. Okay. I want to know what 1 unit is. So unit rate. All right. Now, if you want to click on this video, I just thought it was kind of funny. It's this girl that doesn't know what miles per hour means, and it's just kind of funny. So if you want to watch it, click on it. If not, no big deal. Okay. Unit rate means per one. Okay? Per one. Unit rate means per one. In word problems, when you see the keyword each, or per, we're talking about a unit, which means one, a unit rate. Okay? So we're going to do a lot of examples of what unit rate means. All right, next one. Okay, let's say you travel 250 miles. Okay, oops. You travel 250 miles in about 5 hours. Okay, 250 miles in about 5 hours. How much would you travel in, look at our keyword, 1 hour? Okay, when you see one or how, let's read the question again. How much would you travel per hour? One per each. Those all mean we're talking about a unit rate problem. So in your head, a light bulb should come on, and we should say, okay, we're talking about one, so that means unit rate. Okay, what operation do you think I would use to find the answer? How would I find out how much I'm having for each hour? I'm going to let you think about that for a second. Which operation would this be? Which operation would we use with unit rates? Very good. Division. Okay, the only thing we're thinking about with unit rates is division. We're using division to find unit rate. Okay, so you are right. Division. Very good. Okay, division is what we are using. Alright, so we are trying to find out 250 divided by 5 will give us what? Per what? What are we talking about? It will give us how much per hour. Okay? So, what's another way we can show a division problem? We have talked about this a million times. What's another way we can show a division problem? Okay, hope you got it. Fraction. Okay? So I'm going to put my division problem in fraction form, and that way it will be easier to divide. So I'm going to do 250 divided by 5. Why do you think I put 250 on top? Okay, so we have miles. This division sign means divide. So 250 miles divided by how many hours I traveled, which is going to give me my miles per hour or each hour or 1 hour. Okay, so 250 miles, division sign means divide, 250 divided by 5. Now, just like a normal division problem, of course, we could write it like this, 250 divided by 5. Okay, now, certain things we need to remember. What does the first number and top number go? Top dog in the house. Very good. So we're going to do 250 divided by 5. If you don't know this, make sure that you know which one goes on the inside. Okay, step by step. How many times does 5 go into 2? 0. How many times does 5 go into 5? Very good, 1. Okay, 5 Oh, sorry, I just totally messed up. How many times does 5 go into 25 now? Okay, then we move it up here. How many times does 5 go into 25? 5. So sorry, hello. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so it goes in evenly, so 0. Okay, now we have to bring this 0 down since we have it left. So now, how many times does 5 go into 0? 0 times. Okay, and then we do not get a remainder, so we have 0 left over. So how many miles per hour did I drive? Okay, my answer would be 50 miles per hour, or miles each hour, or miles for 1 hour. Okay, so here's my answer. Okay, all we're doing today, guys, with unit rates is the number one thing you need to remember is we are dividing. We're using division to find unit rates. Okay. Okay, let's do a couple more of examples. Another kind of unit rate example. Let's say you buy a 12-pack of Sprite at Kroger and you pay a total of $5.34 for the 12-pack. Normally, we don't take a Sprite, one little Sprite, out of the whole 12-pack because that wouldn't make sense and you can't buy it like that at the store. So you're paying a total of $5.34 for 12 of them. Okay? So when you buy a pack or a package of something, then of course, you're paying for each one individually, but you don't really realize that because you're buying it in pack and you're paying this much, okay? So how much would it cost if I wanted to know what? Know how much it is per Coke. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How much is it per Coke? Okay? So what we're going to do here is, what do you think we're going to do? What operation are we doing? Of course, we are dividing. Very good. So we're going to do it in normal form first. So we're going to do $5.34 divided by 12. Okay? Equals X. We don't know what our variable is yet. Okay? Here's one way to write it. Another way to write it is in fraction form because fraction means division. So if this is my first number, of course, my first number or my top dog goes on top. So $5.34 divided by, this sign means division, divided by 12. Okay? Now, the reason we're writing it in fraction form is because I know that by now we've practiced so much in class about top dog in the house. Okay? So top dog goes in the house. So it's $5.34 divided by 12. Okay? Now, what's the first thing? What do I see? I see a decimal in my dividend. Okay? So if I ever see a decimal, I just move it up and forget about it. Okay, now I'm done. Now it's kind of like 534 divided by 12. Now when I move the decimal up, forget about it. So how many times does 12 go into 5? 0. How many times does 12 go into 53? Well, I know my 12s. If you don't, you might have to do trial and error, but I know it goes 4 times. So 12 times 4 is, Okay, so 12 times 4, if you don't know, would be 48. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now I know 48. So now I subtract, and I'm going to borrow and then get it 4. So 13 minus 8 would be 5. Okay, so now I bring my 4 down. Okay, how many times does 12 go into 54? Okay, oh my goodness, really? This would be 4. So how many times does 12 go into 40? Okay, 4 times. Now, what place value am I at? Good, you're at the hundredths place value. So when we do money, we can stop at the hundredths place. If you want to go on, we would get a 5 here, okay? So if I got this answer, I'm going to write it down here. I'm kind of going to make some space. So if I got 445 thousandths, if I got this, guys, we don't look at money like this. We look at money from the hundredths place. So I'm going to have to round. So if I rounded this in money, what would this look like? Okay, this would look like 45 cents. Okay, so my answer would be each Sprite in the 12-pack would be 45 cents each. Okay, each Sprite cost me 45 cents to have a grand total of $5.34. To go backwards to make sure you're right, you can multiply 45 hundredths times 12 to see if you get $5.34 or 5 and 34 hundredths. All right? Very good. All right, next one. Another kind of unit rate example is better buy. Okay? Better buy questions. So you must, to find the better buy, you must find the unit price, which also means what we have been doing, which we've been finding how much it is per one, for each thing that it asked you for. Okay, so we're going to have to find the unit price for each thing and then compare. Okay, then compare to see which one's better. Like, guys, when you go to Sam's, you buy a lot of things, okay, in one package. Sam's, it's called buying by the bulk. So you buy more things and it's going to be cheaper because you're buying more. Okay, so if you just go to 7-Eleven and buy one can of Coke, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than buying a 12-pack at the store. So buying in bigger packages is actually cheaper in the long run for each thing. Okay, so next thing we're going to see which one has the better buy. So just like before, we're going to have to find what each of these are and then compare. So I've already wrote this out for you, top dog in the house. So 15's on the outside and this is on the inside. What's my first thing I do? Good. Bring your decimal up and then forget about it. Okay? So how many times does 15 go into 16? One time. Okay? Break it down. Oops. Supposed to put my 5 there and this would be a 1. Okay? So 16 minus 15 is 1. Bring down your 5. So how many times does 15 go into 15? One time. No remainder. So we're lucky this time. There's no remainder. So how much am I paying per apple? Very good. I'm paying 11 cents per apple. Okay? So that's how much I am paying per apple. And look where I stopped at the hundredths place. Now, of course, if you go more, then you're going to have to round. Okay? So let's see which one's better. Now let's do this one. So I'm going to bring my decimal up. Okay? Bring my decimal up. How many times does 21 go into 2? 0 times. Let's break it down. Let me draw a line. How many times does 21 go into 29? 1 time. Okay, bring 1 times 21 is 1 times 21 is 21. Okay, so I have 8 left over when I'm subtracting, and I'm going to bring the 4 down. How many times does 21 go into 84? Well, guys, I don't know. Okay, you're going to have to test it out. But since I am teaching you this, and for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's 4 times, and it goes in evenly. But guys, it's not going to be, a piece of cake like this all the time. So maybe over here you might want to try 21 times 3 and 21 times 2 to see which one gives you 84. Okay, so I gave it to you. So now it would cost me 14 cents for per apple. So all this is for one or for per apple. Okay, so which one would be the better buy? Would you rather spend 11 cents or 14 cents? Okay, I would rather spend the cheaper. So this is my better buy because 11 cents is less than 14 cents. So when I'm actually buying, I don't know how much it is per apple until I do the unit rate. So in the long run, this is always going to be cheaper. Okay? Okay, next one. Now, we're just going to do 2 examples. I am almost done. I want to make sure we know how to round to the nearest cent. So to round to the nearest cent, you must carry it out to what place value, do you think? Because what do we measure money in? Hundreds. Very good. So I'm going to measure it to the thousandths because I want to see what the hundredths place is. Okay, thousandths. So let's say I do my unit rate and I have, 4,765 ten thousandths. Okay. Now, this is a number, but do we measure money like this? I've never seen money measured like this. We always measure money in the hundredths place, just like percents. So I would have to round in this case. So if I got this long number, what would I round to? Very good. It would be 48 cents. Okay? So that would be rounded to 48 cents. Let's just do one more. What if I ended up, after I got my unit rate and I divided, what if I ended up, this is my first example, second example, what if I ended up with 36 thousandths? What would I need to do here? Okay, a lot of kids are going to tell me 36 cents. But look, what place value do I need to stop at? Always the hundredths. So I'm going to have to look at the next number. So do I round up or stay the same? Very good. This would be, you would round up, I'm so sorry. So this would really be 4 cents because I'm rounding up. Okay? All right, guys, make sure you write down your questions and make sure you scroll down right now. Answer the questions and press submit. It is your responsibility to press submit because if you do not, I will not see it on the Google Doc. And of course, you need to answer the questions to make sure you understand for tomorrow's classwork. All right, y'all have a great night. Thank you.